Good morning, Tuesday the 28th of April, 5 to 8, getting ready for the first movement snack of the day. If this is the one you want, stay right here. If it's not the one you want, by all means have a scroll back through the dates. If you want to stay, we'll be getting going in about 4 minutes on this movement snack. For now, let's welcome everyone in to this first 10 minutes. Good morning, Wales. Cross the line by a nose, quickly followed by Northumberland. Sue's in third. Okay, I think we need to start with weather reports. This has potential to impact on our daily activities today. Weather reports, please. I'll start. It's raining here in Havant. Hello, Italy. How's the weather there, please? Still sunny in Amble? I think it's on its way up. How's the weather in Edinburgh? Jane, please, just so we get an overview. Tiny bit of rain in Dagenham. Thank you, Maddie. This weather affects us, doesn't it? It affects our environments, affect our activities, therefore affect our movement. So we might have to be a bit more creative with the crowbar in today. Don't know. It's pouring in Wales. There we go. Some normality. It's grey in Italy. Hello, Hove. Rain in Hove. Any wet weather plans then? If that's the weather reports, what are the wet weather plans? I guess, I don't know, baking. It's going to be a bit more kitchen activity today, which could lend itself to a little bit more sidestepping or sideways knee bends. Sunny, warm, still in Cruden Bay. Hello, Dave. Heavy rain in North Devon. Dull, no rain yet in Crian Larrock. And it's sunny in Mallorca. Is that Mallorca or Mallorca, Sheila? Thank you, Sheila. I think you're the only one that has sun today, maybe. Morning from Devon. Hello, Brit. Dry and sunny in the north of Scotland. Maybe I'm angling for a new career in forecasting the weather. Can you see me on the BBC doing the weather reports? Don't answer that. Rainy in Bristol. Light clouds and light winds. Dry so far. Thank you, Jane. I like that. This could mean some areas of low pressure coming in. So we need a strategy. We need we need a plan. Couple of minutes and then we'll get going. Graham Bolton. We could sidestep in the raindrops. Dawn, we could. We might need to change the footwear in order to do that and consider external support options a little bit more. Or remember my toe walking from the puddle video of a couple of weeks ago. Hello from Inverkip. It's cloudy in Inverkip. I've had we've got some movement snacker friends across the pond and across the world. So it was really lovely this morning to wake up to a limerick from Calgary. She has posted it. I'm not going to read it this morning because she won't be with us for this one. We need to wait for 4 o'clock and then it's 7 o'clock in Calgary. Well, I've got a great limerick from Calgary. And this is because Dee and others are following these movement snacks in order. So she's obviously just got to the episode where we started talking about limericks. So keep the limericks coming if you Today, perfect rainy weather, wet weather plan. You might conjure a limerick. Should we do a 30 seconds and then we're going to go hello Essex, hello Carol and Kim and Vanda, some sunshine in Dublin, ready to get moving. Thank goodness. This preamble wrecks me still because I have to look at myself for 5 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Good morning. My name is Bex Townley. It's Tuesday the 28th of April. That's your date stamp. And it's 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. in the morning here in rainy Havant in England. Let's get going with our first 10-ish minutes movement snack. The morning movement snack focuses on mobility all through the body here, mindful thinking about moving through bigger, more controlled ranges of movement. And here's the seed I would like to plant throughout today's movement snacks. Just consider when we're moving, there is generally a moving part or moving parts, and there's a supporting part or parts. So we want to, when we talk about meaningful movement, are my supporting parts working for me? And are my moving parts also working for me? Here we go. Justin, Jane, lovely to see you. Captive audience. Thank you, Angela. So, frog in throat. Here is the first minute of circulation boosting. Are you ready? Are you ready? Pick your position. Sit or stand. Take up some external support. Start to walk or march on the spot. So let's get moving. And then consider the supporting part and the moving part. So here we have, here's my external support, that's part of the support, but perhaps more importantly is the lift and lengthen out of the posture, open the chest. This strong, steady, stable position is greatly going to help support me in standing while I have this movement going on underneath me. So the moving parts, folks, the moving parts. Ankles, feet and toes are the focus. Maintaining the lift. This is rhythmical. We're just looking to boost the circulation. Tuck the elbow in, bring in the arms. It's relaxed but active. Continue with that in standing option. The seated options are hip walk forward. So this in itself is mobilizing hips. Then we either start also the moving parts. Ankles, feet and toes. These are driving the knees to lift, but it's generated from the feet. Ankles, feet and toes, ankles, feet and toes. These are the things we stand on if we need to stand and if we need to walk. If these body parts, not an option, if that's not on the menu today, focus on lift, open, working from shoulders, upper back, head position, driving the elbow backwards. We're trying to increase the movement in the shoulders, but this rhythmical movement lends itself to boosting circulation, getting just a little increase in the pulse rate, bringing these together when we can. You may want to bring the hands together. It's a circulation booster. It just injects, provides a little bit of a boost to the circulation. After which, about a minute, we should feel we need to take perhaps a deeper breath, a couple of deeper breaths, but it's really just to set the scene for what's about to happen. Mobility routine, top to bottom. Consider this the equivalent of cleaning your teeth for your joints. Something like that. Here we go. Up, back and down. Up, back and down. Turning sideways here. So if you're in stand, take up some support, keep supported, don't want to challenge your balance. We're looking for a bigger, fluid, more fluid range of movement. And this is much more than just shoulders. If I come closer so you can see I've got this movement in my upper back as well. So it's my shoulder blades are squeezing together. Feel your way through these. 3, 4 or 5, pause after each one and make sure, or we're aiming to perform these backward rolls on a really strong supported trunk. Okay. All right, next movement. Third movement in in our triangle top end, if you like, is our head turns. So I'm kneeling closer to the camera just so you can see. Any movement that turns the head may challenge your balance to a lesser or greater degree. So if your preference is to stand, this is great. If standing is an option, that's really where we want to be. But take up support as you take this head turn. So our focus is to mobilise, move the neck through this left to right movement, which goes without saying is required in daily life. If you spend a lot of time in standing and you are standing and walking around your own home, it goes without saying that you can make this a bit more specific by performing it in standing. But if being on your feet challenges the quality of that movement, have a sit down for now, because the focus is mobility. Is the third one in this upper end trio. It's the backward press here. And we talk here about the sense of giving yourself a double chin. I mentioned yesterday about keeping the nose, the direction point of the nose forwards. You could imagine that you're laying down, just squeezing, easing your head back into the pillow. Here we're just looking to mobilise the neck so we can hold the head in a better position to support all of our activities of daily living. So it comes combined with the neck, comes with the shoulders. They come as one unit, if you like. They all work together. All right, that's our three upper end. Let's come to the middle bit. Before we do that, have another little bit of circulation boost, but try the foot pedal. I mentioned yesterday about the difference between a foot pedal and a march. And it's subtle but significant. The foot pedal enables us to really make sure or really think about articulating the feet from the ball of the foot. So if you imagine a whole series of little hinge joints at the base of the toes, that's what the foot pedal enables us to find and feel. And then we progress that to the march. We continue that movement, if you like, to bring them up. Add a little bit of that, if available to you, and have an option, that in seated. If not, always this really lift and shift of the hip walk would be our seated focus. Okay, trunk movements then. We've got a set of 3 of key movements that will feature in all of your activities of daily living at some point. This could be getting out of bed, mobilising in bed, getting out of chairs, turning, reaching, bending, grabbing, gardening, dressing. They're all there. In this moment, we're trying to enhance and improve and be aware of them. Anchor the buttocks if you're in sit. Have a strong, steady, stable support if you're in stand. Take the turn around and back to the centre. Use the support. I don't want your balance to be challenged, so use the support. And remember, this is the mobility focus. So although there's great value in doing these in standing, there is, in this movement snack, we want to improve mobility. So if standing is causing more consideration for balance, have a perch down for a moment and just really feel and focus on that sideways turn. We can support arms can come with us. It's slow, it's controlled, no speed. We're just easing ourselves around, all on this lifted position. So the support part is the buttocks and the feet. The moving part is this trunk turning. And the supporting part also is this pelvis in this position. Let's come into side bends. So the supporting part in seated is the buttocks. Anchor them. These are the anchors. Find your buttocks, have an extra squeeze, and perhaps lower limb and feet as well. So the side bend tips to the side and comes back. It comes back to centre. If you need to pit stop in the middle, do so, then reset and go. Hands can be on the chair for support if you need, or we can take support, or we can add a little bit more of a functional reach. In stand, the supporting part is everything from hips down, so a little bit wider, fixed position, lengthen, 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 and then here's the moving part. And the moving part just goes to the side, pauses in the centre, and to the other side. Use support if you need. You may want to trap the fingertips down to the seams of the trousers. That helps us give indication that we're only going sideways. Can you see I'm only going sideways? With support, please, loads of support. It's really that movement we're on about. And in the chair, one last time, make sure as you bend down one way that the buttocks stay anchored. Okay, just a little bit of quick feet, a little bit of fast feet. So just reduce the range of movement and have a little toe scrunch. Just move the feet quickly. Same in, just take a couple of quicker foot pedals here. Another little boost. Switch your focus on little fast movements also. Before we come down to back extension, here's our third trunk movement. Have a look. I don't think my t-shirt's helping. Here's my support. Hips are still, again, the supporting part is legs wider, hips forward, and it's a lift and a bend and a come back. We can put the arm here if you want to add that guide. Extend and come back. The hips don't move. Hips don't move. Can you see? Hips don't move. I go in and out. And depending on your posture generally, this movement may be bigger or smaller. It doesn't matter how small it is. The aim is just to come taller and an extra little extend if you can. It may be that just coming to upright position is where you're at the moment, and that in itself may be a degree of effort and challenge, and the level of improvement is to come from here to here. Over time we want to go just a little bit extra if we can. Just release the shoulders, have an extra march through the shoulders, a little bit more ankle, and now I'm going to focus specifically on ankles, feet and toes. If you know what's coming in stand, please obviously continue. In seated, we're forward in the chair. If feet, toes and ankles are an option, we have heel toe here, heel toe, and it's definitely a flex and extend. This is how we walk. If you're at the point where you're looking to improve how you get out of a chair and improve and increase your time in standing, this is the option. Or walk back into the chair, walk back, walk back, walk back. This may be the option. Bring in the toes. It's not just about the ankles, feet and toes. They're all in there in the requirement for walking. Both sides, 4 or 5 quality repetitions, quality movements. Have a look if you need to. If lower limb isn't an option, we're back on this lift and shift, and you may even want to add a turn and a directional reach here. So add a reach to your slow controlled trunk mobility if lower limb is not an option. Standing options on ankles are the same. I mentioned at the beginning, so the supporting part is the leg nearest the support and my hand on the support. That's significant also, lifting up out of this hip, and here's the moving part. So this is a really great example of what I mean by in movement there's generally stuff that's still, it's supporting the movement, and right now it's supporting this movement, and it all plays a part. And that's why the real value of these movement snacks, so we can think about how we move as opposed to thinking about the task that we're doing, and then hopefully they all integrate so that activities of daily living become easier, less effortful, more efficient, safer. We have more confidence, which means we can do more of it because we have more energy. We're going to crowbar in, here's your mission on this rainy day. Let's crowbar in if you can. The double whammy, the twin set if you like. The twin set is the heel raise, slowly lower into the toe raise, slowly lower. Okay, now if that combination is too challenging or you feel unsteady and you want something that you can focus on and be more successful in, break that down and do them separately. Toe raise to the front, toe raise to the front, and then heel raise. If you feel confident using loads of support, go for the twin set. In the lunchtime movement snack, we need accessories. Can you bring a tea towel and a cushion? You'll need that at 12 p.m. Thank you very much. Ooh, I think I overstayed my welcome on that one, but it is a bit raining. That's 14 minutes in the movement benefits bag. Back here at 12. See you then. Crowbar in, heels, toes, bumpsy daisy.